We have a special guest on the line. It is Helen Mayer. She is CEO from a service called Otter. And we're going to find out all about what Otter is and how it can help us here in the Santa Clarita Valley. First, let's welcome Helen Mayer to the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. I'm saying Mayer. Is it Mayer or Meyer?
It's Mayer. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. CEO Helen Mayer from Otter. Tell us, first of all, what is Otter?
We match parents who need childcare with other parents who can care for their kids. So we're trying to help families find childcare that is in their communities and help stay-at-home parents to get paid for work they're already doing and also take on other kids in their neighborhoods.
This has become a very important service as of recent. I mean, it's a very important service, period, because we need help. Parents need help, especially those who work, whether it's in the home or outside of the home. We need all kinds of help. It takes a village. You've heard that, right? It takes a village.
Oh, yeah.
But with the last 2 years of COVID, the landscape of businesses has changed. And there are a lot of businesses that are sticking with the remote playbook. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can do your job and watch your children. Just because you're home doesn't mean you can do that. You're working and you have to focus on your work. So how does this exactly, how did this all start? Did this start maybe by a personal need for you to have this kind of service or a friend? How did it start?
It's a great question. I started Otter because, I have 3.5-year-old twins. And at the beginning of the pandemic, they were 16 months old. And I became a stay-at-home parent basically by default. I lost my job and ended up staying at home with them and just got really frustrated with the state of childcare. I was watching a lot of parents who were in online forums kind of panicking about how they were going to be able to juggle work and taking care of their kids. And there were just no solutions. And so I started out trying to swap childcare between families, and then realized after a while that stay-at-home parents were providing really good quality childcare, and they weren't getting paid. And there was a way to actually get them paid for the work that they were doing. So I got really excited about it. But I think before that, I spent some time just kind of learning about the history of childcare in the United States, and learned that the last time that the U.S. had invested in childcare was during World War II.
What?
And got really mad about that. Yeah. Men were at war. Women needed to be able to work. And so we actually had childcare infrastructure. Rosie the Riveter, who's going, yes, we can.
Yes.
She had access to childcare.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I had no idea that it went back that far. We do need to invest in this kind of situation for sure. We need so much that life has changed for us in the last couple of years so dramatically that we need all the help we can get. Why launch in? I know the answer to this, but I want you to tell our listeners why launch in Santa Clarita.
We just realized that it was a very strong community. We were all about community-based care. We're about building trust between neighbors and helping people find a parent down the street who's ideally within walking distance from them, or within a very short car ride. And Santa Clarita is basically a micro-village. It's a microcosm of the United States, and we wanted to start there. We're also live in San Francisco, but we started first in Santa Clarita because we just really loves the village dynamic that already exists.
Explain how exactly it works. It's called Otter, Otter. Explain exactly if parents are riding around right now in the car, trying to juggle already because it's it's just before 9. Stuff's going to start. We've got school is pretty much out right now, but that doesn't mean anything. We still have gymnastics, dance class. We've got summer school. We still have the summer booked with stuff. So we still need help. Explain exactly how Otter works.
So parents come to our website, which is withotter.com, and sign up. There's an intake process that includes a parenting style questionnaire. So we actually work really hard to match parents with other parents who have compatible parenting practices, which means that kids really experience consistency in the care that they're getting. So we have a parenting style questionnaire. We also do background checks for everyone on the platform, and so that's part of the process as well. And once you sign up, someone from our team will be in touch and work really hard to find you a match in your community and work around your schedule, your needs. So if you have activity needs like gymnastics, we can help try to find a caregiver who can accommodate that and take on transportation as well, and make sure that your kids are getting really continuous care that feels like family. And that feels like you're getting care from your village and getting care from a parent you know.
That's really an important part you just mentioned, and it's matching the parenting skills. Very important, because I remember when my daughter was growing up, we had a very different way of raising her than some of her friends that would come over. And they, as children, would even question. I remember one child came over and I said, okay, here's the scoop. We do this and this and this, and then we can have some playtime. We have to do this, this, and this. And then you're rewarded with some playtime, maybe a popsicle, right? And she literally said to me, she looked me dead in the eye, this little child, and said, what's with all the rules? And I said, you don't have rules at your house? No. So it's extremely important. It's extremely important to match the parenting styles, because you can run into something like that. And then there might be an issue with the child not really taking to the caregiver. There could be a battle of sorts with the child. So that's really super important. I love that you have those matching skills and you have this questionnaire to match the parenting styles. How soon after we sign up, and I want to say this again, because especially if you're driving around in the car, it is called Otter. If we Google Otter, will it come up, or do we have to Google something special for it to come up?
Best way to find us is to go directly to our website. So withotter.com, that's with OTTER.com. And there's an intake form right on the website. So just click sign up and we'll take it from there. And we will be in touch as soon as you go through our onboarding process.
How long does it usually take? Like if I'm all in, if I go to your website and I'm all in and I do my questionnaire and I'm ready to go, how long does it usually take for you to find a match? What's the run time you think?
We aim to be as quick as possible. It usually takes about a week.
That's not bad at all. That is amazing time, because you have to go through the questionnaire, you have to do the matching process, then you move on to background checks, and it sounds like you guys are doing stuff at lightning speed. CEO Helen Mayer from Otter. The website is withotter.com. Is that correct? With WITH otter.com?
That's right. Yep.
Withotter.com. If you find yourself, you need some help, you need some help with your child, you need to work, even if you're working at home, remote especially, because you cannot watch your child and do your work at the same time. If you need help of any sort, or you have to go to work, check it out. It's withotter.com. It sounds to me like Helen and her staff take care of you, very good care of you. Helen, wonderful having you on the morning show this morning. Call back anytime. Let's hear how it's going. Let's keep the community of Santa Clarita together, as we have been for years, and now you're just adding on to community, and I love it. Thank you so much, Helen, for being a part of the show this morning.
Thank you so much, Tori. Have a great day.
You too.
Live and local.
I absolutely love it.
I love you guys.
The Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. 98.1 FM and AM 1220.